Okay, look at number 1. It says, each set of order pairs represents a relation. Determine the domain. Which one of these is the domain? So it should be 9, 2, 3, -4, which is what? B. Why is A not work? It's got 2 3s. Okay, so number 1 is B. Okay, number 2, it's the same thing. I want you to do the range. What is the range? Take a second and look at it. It's D. Okay, the range covers the Y's, and they also cannot repeat. Okay, number 3, it says, is this a function?
Yes.
No.
How can we tell if it's a function? What's the rule?
The square.
If it's over 1.
Oh,
If it's 2 or more,
2 or more.
it's what?
No.
Not a function. So what is the x value?
1.
1. If there's nothing there, it's a function. So yes, this is a function. Okay, you guys need to circle and fill in your answer. Okay, so this you should have B and you should have B circled. D and D circled.
That's non-linear, right?
It's linear. Is this function linear or non-linear? I know, I did the question not good. Okay, so it's linear. Okay, and again, there's no point in taking notes on your sheet today. You're not going to use them. You can't use them. Okay, so we're just running through the problems. On Monday is when you need to write good notes. Okay, determine whether this is a linear function. Okay, x squared, is that linear?
No.
No. Okay, so you need to circle B and write B. Okay, 5. What are the slope and y-intercept of the graph given in this equation? C. The slope is 8 and the y-intercept is -2. Okay, write an equation of the line with the given slope and y-intercept.
Is it
It is not A. What's wrong with A? It's C. What's the difference between A and C?
The addition -8.
The -8. Okay, this says +8. This is a -8. Okay, so we say y equals m, which is -5, x plus our b, which is -8. It's going to be C. Okay, 7. It wants you to find the slope of the line. Okay, so in order for us to find a slope, you have to find the 2 closest points, okay? Or the 2 points that are going to be on equal crosshairs. Okay, so you can mark this point. See how it goes right through? Look at this one. Does it go right through?
No.
What about like here?
No.
No. Where's the next closest one?
Down 3 over 2.
Okay, right here. Okay, that one's the next closest one. So what is that slope?
A. Wait, no. It's C.
It's C. What's the difference between A and C?
C is negative.
C is negative. Our slope of the line is negative. Okay, so it's going to be C. Gibson, turn it down. Okay, it wants you to find the slope of the line with a pair of points. What's the formula? Who remembers?
What the y2
Y2
y1
minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Okay, and again, don't even waste your time and then write that on your paper because you can't use it. Okay, on Tuesday when we do notes, okay, we'll make sure that we have that on our note sheet. Okay, so it's going to be -3 minus 3 over 6 minus 8. Type that on your calculator. What do you get? C? Okay, all of these answers look really similar, do they not? For the love of God, triple check and make sure you typed it correctly on your calculator. Okay? So, if you guys say C, then I'll go with C. What number is that? 8? 8 is C. Hmm?
2 C's, like the top one, the first one C.
I don't know.
No, never mind.
Okay, number 9, it wants you to write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line.
The whole test.
Okay, so we got y equals mx plus b. What do we find first? The y-intercept, which is the b. Where is that at?
1.
At positive 1. Is there anything you can eliminate? Look at your answer choices. B, okay, because that says negative 1. Okay, so go through and cross off stuff that you can. Now, find your slope. What is the slope? 4 over 1. Okay, we can go from here up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So 4 over 1 is the same as what? 4. Okay, is that line positive or negative? Positive. It'd be A. Now, I know some of you guys think 4 over 1 and you're like, oh, I want to pick this one. 1 over 4 and 4 over 1 are two very different things. Okay, so don't accidentally pick that one. They want you to graph the equation. Where does this equation start out at? It starts at 0, okay? It says y equals mx plus b. Our b is 0. So go through. Do all these start at 0? No. Which one does not?
D.
D
C.
and C. Okay, they start somewhere else. Okay, so these ones both start at 0. What is the difference between A and B?
B is negative.
B is negative and A is positive. So which one?
A.
We want A. Okay, we want A. Okay, again, make sure you write A and you circle A. Okay, that is for your own sake. So if you circle sloppy or you write sloppy between the two, I should be able to figure out what the heck you did. Okay, if I can't tell, it's wrong. Okay, 11, it wants you to write an equation in point-slope form. Okay, they gave us a point and they gave us a slope. Okay, so point-slope goes like y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay, so this is our x1, y1. Okay, so we got y minus negative 6 equals, what's my m? 5. Okay, is there anything you can eliminate from the gate that don't look right?
A and C.
I would agree with D. Okay, D's got no parentheses. Okay, what do you do with a minus minus?
Oh, it makes positive.
It'd be a positive. Positive. Oh shoot, something's wrong with mine. What is wrong?
The slope.
No, look at what I wrote. Something's wrong.
It's supposed to be a plus, basically, or a line.
Hmm?
It's supposed to be 9.
Where it's supposed to be 9?
6.
Yeah, this 6 is supposed to be a 9. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, this should be a 9. Okay, now, a minus minus is really plus. So, which equation matches up?
C.
C, yes. Okay, 12. What type of relationship does the scatter plot show? Positive, negative, or none? It is definitely negative. Okay, now, see how I circled? What is mine circled on?
B and C.
B and C. This is why we circle and write. Okay, so between the two, I should be able to figure out, obviously circle nicer than what I did, but sometimes you just go fast, okay?
I'm gonna circle the whole thing.
Hmm?
I'm gonna circle the whole thing.
No, you can circle like this. Okay? I should just be able to figure it out between the two. Okay? 13. What is the solution? How do I solve for n? Plus 5? Okay, and again, your final, you can show as little as no work as possible. What is negative 5 plus 5?
0.
0, which is D. Okay, so if you don't want to show any work, don't show any work. If you want to show all your work, show all your work. That's up to you.
Do it better.
Nope, because all I look at, did you pick A, B, C, or D? So that sucks because, and we'll see, look at 14. See how this says negative 15 and 15? If you showed all your work, and we're just going to pretend here, okay, and you put negative 15, but you accidentally messed up and it was supposed to be positive 15, even though you showed all this work, right? And I'm like, shoot, man, Gibson did every part of that problem right, but he accidentally put positive 15, it's still wrong, okay? There's no partial points, okay? So I only count either did you get it right or did you get it wrong? Was it A, B, C, or D? Okay, so please do whatever you want, but in this case, you know, work does not really matter. Okay, how do I solve for R? Times 3 times 3. What is 5? Negative 5 times 3? Negative 15. Okay, which is C. So if you accidentally pick A, even though you did all the math, it's still wrong. Look, get off that. Come on, man. Okay, 15. What's the solution? What needs done first?
Combine.
Times negative 3. Okay, we got to get rid of that bottom part of that fraction. Okay, so I'm going to get 27 equals negative 3 plus Z. Okay, and then what? Plus 3 plus 3. So what is 27 plus 3? 30, which is D. Okay, 16. What needs done first? Combine like terms. So negative 5 and 6 is going to give me a 1p plus 12. Okay, and then what? Subtract 12. Okay, so I'm going to get 1p equals negative 15. Divide by 1. Okay, so what is 15 divided by 1? Negative 15 divided by 1. Negative 15, which is B. Burton, put that up. Okay, 17. What needs done first? Distribute. So I'm going to get 6y plus 42 equals 84. Okay, and then what? Subtract 42. So I got 6y equals, what is 84 minus 42? 42. Okay, and then what? Divide by 6, which is 7, which is A. Okay, so at whatever time you can stop and figure out the answer, stop there. Okay? Okay, all real numbers greater than or equal to 70. What kind of sign is greater than or equal to? Does it have the line under it or not?
No.
Yes, it does. So what can you eliminate? B and C. Okay, now, if you're forced to guess from there, then guess. Okay, we need all numbers greater than or equal to 70. Which one is greater than 70? D. Okay, see how it says X is greater than, we touch the greater part of the mouth first. Okay, so that's going to be D. Okay, 19. Okay, is this sign open or closed sign? Open. What can you eliminate? C and D. Okay, your best bet on these is to eliminate. What's the difference between A and B? Take a second and look at it. What's the difference? One is positive 3, one is negative 3. What should ours be on? Negative 3. So there's really no work required. It's going to be A. Okay, 20. Start by looking at the graph. Okay, what should our number be on? Negative 6. What can you eliminate? You can eliminate C. Okay, Is this an open or closed dot? Open. So what can you eliminate?
B.
B. Okay, now it's just a matter of reading from here. This says 6, and then everything is greater than or less than negative 6? Less than. Which one is that going to be? A. Okay, 21. What needs done? We're trying to solve for x. Plus 1. What is negative 4 plus 1? Negative 3. What can you eliminate? B, C, and what else? D. Okay. See how this says negative 3? That's our only answer option. Okay, so it's going to be A. Okay, 22. What needs done first? Divide by negative 6. Okay, what needs to happen when you divide by a negative?
Flip the sign.
Flip the sign. Okay, negative 12 divided by negative 6. 2. Okay, so we got our stuff. What can we eliminate? We can eliminate C and D. What's the difference between, and then are those both open? Yes, so this says N is what? Greater, so which graph is that?
B.
B. Okay, absolute value ones. Okay, is everything inside the bars? Yes, so we can flip it and make it a negative. Okay, now how do I solve for D?
Add 2 to all of them.
Add 2, add 2, add 2. Okay, so I'm going to get D, then I'm going to get 6 and negative 2. Okay, look at your stuff. What can we eliminate? Do I need open or closed dots? Closed dots. Which one has closed dots? D. Okay, what's wrong with A? One's closed, one open. Okay, without even doing any work, okay, at this point, when you flip, you should have 2 closed dots, okay, or 2 open dots. This one only has 1 dot, right? It ain't that one. This one only has 1 dot. So it's just a matter, we didn't even need to do all this work, okay? This one has 1 open, 1 closed, 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 okay? So it's got to be D. Okay, let's see what you guys remember. First of all, should this be a V or a U? A V, because it has the bars. Okay, what does a number on the outside do? A plus on the outside does what? Goes up. Okay, so on the outside does the up and down, the inside does the left and right. So this is a plus 1 on the outside. So which graph went up 1? B. Okay, it went up 1 from 0. Okay, 25. They want us to do something with 6 down. Okay, so does down go on the inside or outside? Outside. Okay, so, and then is down going to be a plus or a minus? Minus. So which one is a minus 6 on the outside of the bars? B. $26. Is this slope positive or negative? Negative. So A. $27. Is that plus 2 on the inside or outside? Inside. So that does our left and right. Okay. What does a minus do? A minus goes to the right, a plus goes to the left. So we need something that does left too. Which one is that? C. C goes left 2. Okay, and it tells you on there, right 2, left 2, up 2, down 2. Okay. Okay, 28. What does that plus 3 on the outside do? What does a plus 3 on the outside do? Goes up 3. So look at what the descriptions say. What can we eliminate? We can eliminate A because it says what? It says down 3. Okay, so we can eliminate A. What else can we eliminate? D. Okay, and then the other ones say left 2 and right 2. Okay, so a plus on the inside, does that go left 2 or right 2? Goes to the left 2. So that's going to be B. Okay, and again, on Tuesday we'll take good notes, so that will be on your note sheet. Okay, today we're just running through the problems so you can see what's going to be on your final. Okay, 29, let's see. Should that be a solid line or a dotted line? It's a dotted line. Can you eliminate anything? No. Okay, and then, so let's graph it. Where does this graph should start? At -1. Okay, which lines do not start at -1? A does not. Does B? No. Does C?
Yes.
Yes. And then we're looking at where it crosses the Y line. So you can see it crosses here. That's probably -1. Okay, what's the difference between these two? Between C and D? They're different shades. What does R say to shade? Y is what? Less than. So are we going to shade above or below? Below. Okay, so that's C. Okay, this one you're kind of just going to have to draw it on the graphs and see what matches up. Okay, our first line should start at what?
2.
At 2. Which lines do not start at 2? Okay, we're looking at the y-axis. Okay, does A start at 2? Yeah, it looks like it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's right here. So that checks out. Does C start at 2? Neither of them do. So it's not that one. Okay, does B start at 2? Yes. And what about D? Yes. Okay. And then we can check the other ones. It should say they start at -1. Does A start at -1? Does one of the lines start at -1?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What about B?
Yes.
Yes. And D? Yeah, so we didn't get rid of anything. Okay, my first line, this one should be what? The one that starts at -2 should be positive or negative line? Should be a positive line. Okay, so this one checks out. No, it should be a negative line. Okay, this one should be a negative line. Which way is this one going? Positive. It ain't that one. Okay, this one, it's going which way? Positive. Which way should it be going? Negative, so it's not that one, so it's got to be D. Okay. So a lot of these are just kind of going through, eliminating what you can. Okay, look at 31. Where does the first line start out at? -3. And what is the slope? Yeah, it's -1/1. So this one checks out. Okay, and then what's the matter with C? There's only one line. It ain't that one. Okay. What about D or B? Does it start at -3? Yes. Is that line negative? Yeah. Okay. What about D? Does a one line start at -3? No. So it's not that one. Okay. And then look at the other line. It should start at negative or +2. Which one starts at positive 2? A starts at positive 2. What's the matter with B?
Is they're both on -3.
Yeah, they're both on -3, okay? So it's got to be A. Does everybody understand what I'm doing or not? $32. Okay, solve the system using substitution. There are two ways you can do this. Okay, the long way, which is the way I've taught you, is to circle this and plug it into this one. Okay, and then solve it. The short way is to use the coordinates. Okay, which is what I'm going to show you. Okay, see how this says 6, -3? Okay, that means x is 6. All right, I'm going to write it down here. X is 6. And what is y? -3. Okay, so when you solve out this side, we should get -3 equals -3. Okay, so what is 3 times -6?
18.
-3 times 6 is 18. What is 18 plus 11?
7.
Okay, and all this you can do on your calculator.
What do we 20 right?
Just type in this on your calculator, guys. -3 parentheses 6 plus 11. I'm gonna show you how to do it the cheater way.
It's -7.
-7. So we got all of this is equal to -7. Does -3 equal -7?
No.
Is that a true statement? No. So then this one ain't it. Okay. Now go back through with the next one and type in. Here we got our x is 6 and our y is -7. Okay. What is 3 times 6 plus 11? -3 times 6 plus 11. Sorry.
7.
It's 7. It's -7? Okay, so for all this, when you type it on your calculator, you're going to get -7. Does -7 equal -7? Is that a true statement? Yeah. So that means that this one is your answer. Okay, these ones you can do the exact same way. You pick an equation, which one do you want to use? Okay, and you can do it that same way. You're going to type in x is 1, y is 5. Okay, so x is 1, y is 5. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is what? 11. Does 11 equal -1? No, so that one's not right. Okay, you can go back through and do -14 plus 2 times 1. -12? Does -12 equal -1? No. Okay? And you guys can finish solving these two if you want to do it that way. If you don't, I'm going to do it with elimination, okay, where you add these two together. So I would get 3x, the y's would cancel, and I would get -9. Divide by 3, and I'm going to get x equals -3. Which one of these has an x equals -3? C. Okay? So either way that you want to do it, if you want to use the answers and plug it in, you can use the answers. If you want to go through and do all the elimination substitution, you can. Okay, 31. Okay, which way does this graph open?
Down.
Down. Why down?
Because x is
The x is negative. So what can you cross out?
B and D.
B and D. Okay, so if you don't know what to do from there, yes, at least you got a 50-50 shot. Okay, but what you do is this. Okay, remember when we did -b, which is -2, over 2 times our a, which is -1. Okay, and what do you get for that?
I got -1.
-1. okay? And then you would go back through and plug it in up here, okay? And so everywhere there's an X up there, you're gonna plug in -1. We're not gonna do all that. The answer is something, what are we on, 34? Is C. Okay. Okay, simplify the expression. What does I stand for? Imaginary. Okay, what can we put together? Huh? What can we put together? We can put these i's together. What is that? 1i plus 2i. Is 3i, right? So what can you eliminate? B and A. Okay, it would say -3i if it was -3. Okay, and then you can put negative and -2 and 1 together to give you what? -1. What is the difference between C and D? There is none, right? No, they're both. Are they the same? Am I tweaking? So then pick C, because that's what the answer key says. Okay, 36 we're going to time. So -6 times -5 is going to be positive 30 I squared. What is I squared? Close. -1. Okay, and then you got 30 times -1. It would be A. $37. Okay, we're going to distribute. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times -5i is going to be -5i. -6 times 1 is 6i. And then lastly, you're going to get -30i squared. Okay. Well, what are you going to get for the I squared? -1. Okay, so you're going to get 1 minus 5i plus 6i. It's going to be plus 30. Okay, now what? Combine what? 5 and -5 plus 6 is what? 1i. And then we can combine the 30 and the 1 to give me 31. Which answer choice is that? D. We're almost done. Okay, 38. Factor this, okay? So this is the one where you list the factors of 27, okay, which is 1 and 27, 2, 3 and 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like that's it. Okay, so which two numbers are going to give you a 12? 3 and 9. Okay, and I need a positive 12. Plus. So which answer choice is that? A. Okay, we do the same thing with 39. So we got, you can see here that they're all 2 and 6, right? So with the 2 and a 6, how can I get a -8? Negative. Okay, which is going to be D. Okay, 40. We're going to factor stuff out, okay? The easiest way is to look at the X's. See how the first guy's got 2? How many's the second guy got? 1. So how many can I pull? 1. So what can I eliminate? I can eliminate C. It don't have no X on the outside. Okay? And then we can also pull out a 5. Okay, and I think in this case, they're going to want you to take out that negative. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be A. Okay. 40 is A. Okay, 41 is that quadratic formula. I'm not actually going to do it, but it's that -b plus or minus. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, it's that one. 41 is A. Okay, 42 through 50 are all using this graph. Okay, they should go pretty fast. Okay, I'm gonna leave the graph up here so you guys can look at it, but that way we can answer the questions to it. Okay. What does the first one say? Is this discrete or continuous? Continuous. Okay, so the first question looks a little weird, so you're gonna circle continuous down here and make sure you write it on 42 up here. Okay, the first one, because I made it myself, it just looks weird. Okay, so don't accidentally skip that one. Is this graph linear or non-linear? Non-linear. Okay. So 44. What is the domain? -7 infinity. So that is going to be C. 43 is C. No, 44. Sorry. 45. What is the range? Huh? What the hell are you on? We're on the whole other. Well, that's stupid of you. Now you're missing all these.
Is it C?
Oh, okay.
Sir?
45 is going to be
C?
-7 to infinity. So yes, C. Is this graph a function?
Yes.
Yes. 46 is going to be A. 47. Using the graph above, is it odd, even, or neither? It is odd. See how the arrow's going up and the dot's going like down? Okay, essentially this is pointed down. Okay, so that's odd. They're going in different directions. Point A, is it a min, max, or neither?
Max.
It is a max, so that's B. The y-intercept is what? -1, which is B. Okay, the x-intercept is what? -4 and 1. Okay, mine doesn't go exactly through, so make sure that, obviously you can tell that I drew that and stuff, so make sure that it counts, okay? So that is gonna be C. Okay, for the love of God, make sure your name is on your packet.